Welcome to Past 2 AM with Quackalope. Today we are playing Earth by Inside Up Games, a game that we previewed on Kickstarter around 8 months ago and should be arriving to backers soon. So I really like this game and I'm unapologetic about it, and it's because Earth is just this generous, resource-filled planet. I mean, it's where we live, right? You get to harvest, you get to go to the grocery store and grab a tomato, you have a pet dog, you can walk out in nature, you can go hiking on the Appalachian Trail. There's so much beauty to explore. It's a world that just keeps giving and giving to us. And the board game does that in a very similar fashion. Earth, the board game, is generous. It's the best word that I can come up for. You're going to have a handful of cards, and you're going to be using those to build out a tableau. That tableau of cards is then going to start creating a chaining effect where you grab and add resources. You have plants that sprout up. You have trees that reach to the sky. You have canopies that lay overhead. You're gaining more cards. You're getting more soil. You're composting the stuff that you didn't need anymore. And there's always something that you're struggling to accomplish. And at the same time, every turn is packed to the brim with things that you're excited to do or excited to take part in, because you're working towards various different multiple objectives, and across the course of play, you'll be doing little check boxes. Great, I got those 7 cards I need, now complete this row. Oh, after I finish that row, now I'm looking for 30 animal species. Oh, I need this much money or this much resource in my compost. Oh, West is about to close the game, I need to make sure I get this last card down onto the tableau. It's just fun. And so full of stuff to do and things to grab and just stuff to put my little grubby mitts on, like a hyena going after a wildebeest. There's a lot of meat in that butt.
Hello, and welcome to Past 2 AM with Quackalope. I'm Wes Todd, also known as the Mingo. Earth is a point salad style board game where it's all about points. You're playing cards down into your tableau and you're building it up, and the first person to get to 16 cards is going to end the game and score additional bonus points for that. But all throughout this point, you are building plants on the earth. You're also building up different, like a deciduous forest almost on many different cards. You're able to take multiple different types of actions, which will allow you to do things like draw cards, play cards, gain soil, put cubes on cards, and also create growth on your cards. The unfortunate thing is that when you take your actions, all of your friends get to take a smaller version, a modified, if you will, version of that same action. So the good news about that is that there's really very little downtime because everybody's taking actions on everybody else's turn, which I think is kind of a really unique, fun thing.
One of my personal favorite parts about Earth has to do with the fact that it's one of those games that doesn't ever feel like you have downtime. I love games that give me things to do that add interest to other players' actions and add interest to my actions. So not only is there strategy and depth of strategy here as I'm trying to decide how to use my cards, where to spend resources, and how to build out my tableau to really make the most of the points that I have available, but also every time my opponent, West, takes his turn, I'm going to get a residual bonus. Every time he selects a color for the round, I'm going to get to trigger all of my chaining colored abilities. That means that the actions that I can take are really powerful for me, and the actions that West takes are still pretty darn decent for me. And as I build my tableau, I can actually customize it around that fact or that resource. If West continues to go after red actions because they're the strongest for him, great. I'm putting a few of those abilities down into my tableau so that I can then capitalize on the action that he takes. And this scales up. In a 3, 4, 5-player game, you sit around the table, and despite the fact that it's taking longer to get back around to your turn, every time someone decides to take a turn, it's going to impact you, and it's going to give you more stuff. So the game just becomes this escalating resource mash, right? Like the best Thanksgiving meal. We all know what it is. Say it with me. It's leftovers, where you took the mashed potatoes as a base in a bowl, and then you put a little bit of everything else in the middle, stirred it all up, and every spoonful just tastes like your grandmother's house. That's what Earth is. If you didn't follow that analogy, it's good. So was the analogy, so you'll probably miss it either way. I have not stopped thinking about Earth since we did the original Kickstarter coverage on it about 8 months ago. This is a game
No.
surprised
I haven't stopped thinking about Earth when you rubbed it in my face in the last video that I haven't had a chance to play it.
So West has never played Earth. And after you watch this gameplay video, there's a strong chance he still has never played Earth.
What?
You're not good at games.
You know, to be fair, this doesn't have enough take that element in it for me, but I'm going to find a way to make Jesse eat those words. My expectation of this game, from what I've heard, is that there's not enough take that element in it. And as we all know, take that is the best element in all board games. So I will find some way to bring take that to this game. Whether that means I have to push Jesse a whole bunch of times or potentially kick him underneath the table, he will have that taken multiple times.
Now the funny thing is West isn't really very good at board games anyway, so honestly, I didn't need to put him in this disadvantaged position. But if I win by sheer force and dominance here on camera, despite his lack of tactical skill or critical thinking, I will be clearly labeled the most prominent and present board game player in the entire board game ecosystem, as isn't that what the Earth is all about? Like tangled, strangling vines or poisonous various different mushroom plants that are planted across the landscape. You'll find about those later. I can squash through sheer milky poison the life that is West Todd. So Earth is a game that is a point salad on steroids. It's got some of the tableau building that you'd find in a game like Terraforming Mars, but it's generous to you. You have a ton of different victory points you're going for, a ton of different end game objectives you're going for, and a lot of cards you're going to be grabbing, cycling through, playing down in your tableau, and just generating an arsenal of victory points. Along with that, every action that everyone around the table takes is going to give you little bonuses, little extras, little things to do. So it's a game that you can spend an hour playing and feel engaged and being strategic and making decisions the entire time. Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to it. The part that I'm not looking forward to is the FOMO aspect that I get occasionally when I have to get rid of a whole bunch of cards in my hand. That's difficult for me.
Wes doesn't like getting rid of things, but the game's so generous, it's not.
They're just going to keep coming
beat
back.
You up so bad.
From the look of the start of this game, I'm a little concerned that it's a lot like Terraforming Mars because I have to get rid of cards. I don't know how many times you've played Terraforming Mars, but every time I start Terraforming Mars, I have to get rid of cards because I have to pay for them. And I get to see all these beautiful things that I can do in my hand, but then I'm never able to play them, and I have to get rid of them. And I don't like that. It makes me very upset. I have FOMO very badly. Hopefully, this game will not be that same way.
2 caveats we need to stick at the beginning of this because those of you that like caveats will be looking for them. First off, we did just do a video talking about late pledges that you really should have backed. And Earth was on there. I believe their pledge manager closes early in the new year because they're hoping to deliver moving into 2023. So if you want to get in on this campaign, it is not entirely too late, but it will be soon. That is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this content now, because we wanted to share it with you, wanted to showcase it, and we wanted to give you a good reminder and a good indication as to why this game is something that, for me, I've continued dwelling on.
And you can't say we didn't tell you so.
That is 100% true. Along with that, we do a variety of work with Inside Up Games, and during the original Kickstarter campaign, we did do some sponsored videos. Now, the plethora and the degree to which I've continued talking about Earth afterwards is not related to that.
Right.
However, for those of you that are curious, and you go back and check out that other content, you will see a little blip there in the top corner. Wes Todd.
Yes, am I ready to beat you yet?
We're gonna play this game.
I am so excited. I really can't wait.
Let's go ahead and start setting up like what's here on the tableau.
Okay.
Let's go through the end game or the victory point objectives we're looking for, and then let's start doing this. Now, for those of you that are math nerds out there are 20 island cards, 20 climate cards,
yes,
and 64 ecosystem effects, which means there are 25,600 possibilities for your starting setup. And I don't think it's going to end there.
So replayability-wise...
Yeah, so I went through the actual ecosystem and fauna cards, and I chose all birds, so we can do like a bird-based board game. They don't have enough ducks.
I can imagine.
For me to do a all-duck-based board game, which I was actually shockingly disappointed of, and there's no flamingos.
What?
Yeah.
Not a single one?
Not a single flamingo.
No, you look through that whole deck.
Entire deck, yeah.
And there's not a single flamingo.
So we will probably bring back
That is-
petitions to introduce more ducks
and flamingos.
and a single flamingo.
No. There are like 9 or 10 different types of flamingos.
Yeah. We're going to bring back 538 ducks and a single flamingo into this game sooner or later. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to build a 4x4 grid, 16 total cards in front of us in the tableau here by using actions across the top part of our board. We also each have our own starting ecosystems, climates, and objectives, or our island card that's going to give us our initial resources, which I shouldn't have in front of my tableau at the moment. And it's going to give us not only how we start, but also a little bit of direction to how we want to play. We'll go through the decisions we made there in just a second. This middle board here is the board that's indicating what we're aiming at.
Right.
So you're going to be scoring from a ton of things. All the plant cards you have, all the compost cards you've gotten rid of, all of the growth cards or growth tokens you have on your tableau, all the points that the cards are worth just into themselves. But along with that, the first person to meet the objectives here next to our fauna
Scores a beautiful 15 points.
because they've created a habitat for the fauna, and the second person will score 11. So as long as you complete them all, you're not doing too bad. And then we're going to have endgame victory points here with the 2 different valley or climate cards that we have that'll make it preferable to go in a certain direction. Now, you probably won't be able to go for all 3 of these, but sometimes you can hit a pretty nice hybrid. So starting here with the first bird, we're going to do woodpeckers. You want 7+ plants, each with 1+ growth.
Right.
You want trees. You want to build a big deciduous forest. The second bird, puffins. 10+ cards with an even numbered base point value. So you just want cards that have an even number in the top corner of them.
Very simple.
Yeah, but it does change your decision making a little bit.
It does.
Moving over to ducks, the only duck card in here, which this I believe is a classic wood duck.
It is a classic wood duck.
That's the male, I think, because they're beautiful.
That's true.
Yep. 7+ cards, each with -2 or 2 or less habitats. When you think about it,
Right.
ducks really want dry and wet.
Mostly wet.
Yeah, that's true. And dry.
Well, some ducks prefer less hydration, but they're very rare.
Mostly dry.
Mostly wet.
And the final bird we have up here, fill +2 rows in your tableau. So if you
what
fill
kind of
in...
bird is that again, Jesse?
It's a butterfly.
Yes. And why is that a bird?
It's birdifly.
A birdifly. Ah, they just misspelled it. Is that
They
what you're
misspelled
saying?
it here. Yeah,
Yes.
the photo clearly indicates
Clerical
that it's a
error.
bird.
Yeah.
And the last 2 things we have here are end of game victory points. 9 points for every 2 wild abilities that you have. And 5 points for every row with 4 cards, all of the same type of plant. Row of mushrooms, row of bushes, row of trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they all have to be that same type. Yeah.
Moving
That's going to be a little bit more challenging.
It is going to be a little bit more challenging, West Todd. It is. Okay, let's go ahead and talk through. We can
Yes.
slide our personal boards over. Let's take a look at the decisions that West and I have made. Now, every one of these are double-sided, which
That's
means
really
we
cool.
could have chosen between, instead of giving you all the choice in the world, you deal out cards, but you still get a little bit of customization because these match up in interesting ways. So, for me, I am starting with Kyushu Island. It's the 3rd largest island of Japan, and it is home to the most active volcanoes and attractive volcanoes.
Very sexy volcano.
Mount Aso at 1,591 meters up.
As an American, I have no idea how tall that is.
No idea how. Yeah, but this is going to give me my starting resources. It's going to let me draw 8 cards. It's going to let me compost or make me compost 3 of them, and I'm going to get 8 soil tokens down here.
I think that's a few more than 8.
It's not.
I'm pretty sure that's a little bit more. Yeah.
The lights are
That's a
very
little
bright.
better.
Moving over here, I'm going to be starting with a semi-arid climate. This is going to give me a red bonus action +2 growth if I choose the red action. Semi-arid, they can be cold or hot, but are often found bordering arid climates.
There's lots
that makes
of ducks
sense
in that
concerning
area.
it's like kind of arid. Just like a semi-duck would usually be found adjacent to the
A
other
semi-duck.
ducks.
A semi-duck. So
Yeah.
like a...
They
like
go
an
down the
antelope?
interstate.
A semi-duck. Okay. Yeah, those semi-ducks. Woo.
You've never seen those semi-ducks before?
I've missed the semi-ducks. Yeah.
And then I have the Thigh Highlands. This is an ecosystem. This is going to be my end game victory points.
That's the Thai Highlands.
Well, it's spelled TH. So
Yes. Yes,
I was close.
You were very close.
5 victory points for every column of 4 cards sharing at least one common habitat. Habitats are going to be the different types of environment: sunny, wet, rocky, cold.
Yes.
So, sliding mine over.
So then I have the Kunashir Island.
Yeah, you're doing just as good as I am at reading.
And as soon as that came out, I was like, I know
population
this is really bad. It's currently under Russian control, but Japan also claims the island. I believe that's one of those little islands kind of in the
Baltic Sea.
along the sea there.
Yep.
I think it's Pacific.
It's not. No.
No?
Comment down below. It's the Baltic.
Okay. And this allows me to
the
get...
Pacific Sea?
I'm pretty sure. This allows me to get 8 cards, compost 2 of them, and I get 6 soil. So starting with slightly less, I'm already undervalued, clearly. But I do get the 8 cards. And then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and the ability not to count out loud, apparently, and continue to talk and read at the same time. I have a boreal climate, which is beautiful. It's wet and slightly snowy, just like me, which gives me a nice blue action, which I'm very excited about.
Is that why you have so much dandruff shampoo?
No, I actually have to have tar shampoo because my head gets really dry super fast, but it's not dandruff. It's just dry. It's totally different.
You're semi-arid.
I am.
You must be found next to arid climates.
Right next to those semi-ducks. And now the Congolian rainforest. Comment down below if you didn't think I would be able to say that. And comment down below if I said it wrong. These will be 5 points for every 2 card, each with 4 cubes on top of them.
Little growth markers.
Yep.
So now that you know exactly how to play this game, we're going to start playing it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure they know now, right?
I'm pretty sure, yes. I do have to get rid of 2 cards here.
West hates this
Which
part.
is the hardest part for me because I look at all these great things to do and I'm like, I don't want to.
Now, what I explained to West is there's 2 strategies going into Earth. And maybe we'll actually put this on a little episode of Just the Tip in the future.
Sounds good.
Once Earth actually arrives, if you play by flipping cards in your hand that you're really not interested in, you have a lot more cards you can just grab and compost because you'll have a ton in your hand eventually.
But you'll be interested in all the cards because you're like me and they're all awesome.
And if you're like me, choose 1 or 2 of the objectives to go through and just hunt for them. Once you start seeing your ecosystem build out, you'll be able to start fine-tuning and looking for some very specific cards. So my strategy or thought here at the beginning of the game is to find 1 or 2 core objectives and go after them. Really double down. Earth is a game where you can try to balance as many different competing objectives as your brain can handle. For myself, I often like starting by looking at the tableau and seeing a few things that match together. For instance, I have the option to pursue matching ecosystems. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to build some columns of wetland. I have a lot of wetland cards already in my hand. But I also get a better bonus when I build wetland cards. So those 2 ecosystems, my climate and my actual, my environment and my actual island where I'm starting match up because of that. On top of that, I really just kind of let the game flow before I start looking into some of the higher victory point objectives. Oftentimes they require multiple cards and you can time it, and sometimes those points matter, but you can usually stumble into completing a few of them as long as you're glancing up there every now and then.
I want the ball! I can't. Okay. Alright, I did it fast. I probably made poor choices.
Did you know there were 10 genetic species of flamingos, but one of them would not stop swallowing everything around it?
Because it loved it.
And they all died.
Why do so many games require me to get rid of the cards that are in my hand? Once they're in my hand, they belong to me. I've had these cards. I've touched them. I've licked them. I've looked at them. They're mine. I shouldn't have to give them away.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to take my first action here. My first action is going to be a green ability. This is going to let me go ahead and play 2 cards and draw 4 cards and keep 1.
Lets me play 1 card and draw 1.
Now, we might get to simultaneous play eventually, but for now, we're going to walk you through our turns for at least the first few so that you can see what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and play down the pasture. No, you could have drawn that. That would have been fine. But
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and play down the pasture. The pasture is going to cost 2 soil, but because it is a wet location, it's going to cost me 1 soil because my ability here on the Kyushu Island is going to give me the ability to have wet locations cost 1 less. Now, after that, I am going to go ahead and play another card, and I'm looking specifically for a card that's going to give me a growth location, which is a little top location here on my ability card. The reason being is because I can see a green ability here that'll be triggered with the green action that I just took that will go ahead and pop out. Oh, I don't want this one, though. Oh, now the game, West. Now the game starts being a game. I'm going to go ahead and play down Brown Rot Fungus, which is something you might find on a stump in the middle of a pasture. This is going to be 4 total soil, but I'll spend 3 because it's another wet region. Along with that, I now get to go ahead and resolve my draw 4, keep 1. And then finally, I will get to go ahead and take my green action. My green action is going to let me play down 1 growth mark on this little location right here. And West, you can go and walk people through your turn.
I am just taking the second half of Jesse's action, which is just I get to play a card because I already drew one. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one. It costs 2 soil to do that. But what it does is it allows me to utilize this action over here, which is my green action. So I get to place 2 cubes if I played a cold area. What is it called? A cold area this turn, and I did. So I get to place 2 cubes on this particular card.
Cubes.
Yeah. So that's very exciting.
We've got a little bit of. I've got a stump that has the rot on it.
Yeah.
And you've got a little.
And I've got some fly agaric. I don't know. I don't.
Quick, read the flavor text. What's it say about it?
It is called the fly agaric because its powder can be used in milk to kill flies.
Ooh.
In milk.
In milk?
Yeah, so apparently you pour a little saucer of milk, and then you put the powder of the mushroom in it, and then it kills your flies.
Murders them.
And probably your cats.
That's kind of amazing and terrifying. That's why I find these games beautiful. By the way, the card I drew up is one of the most glorious cards I've ever came across. You'll see when I plant it.
Oh, it's probably
I'm very excited about it.
Is it called duckweed?
No.
All right.
I would have liked that too. So as I start playing, I also just start finding and picking cards that I'm really excited about. I mean, for me, this is a game that's not only about winning, right, or scoring a bunch of points, but also I just get to stare at beautiful pictures of plants, read flavor text, learning about where they come from, or a little bit of knowledge about what exactly they are, especially the ones that look really strange or odd or colorful. And then mixed in with all of that, I start adding them to my tableau and asking myself the question, like, what if this place really existed? What if we had an arid climate with a mountain volcano in the center that poured lava down with fungus growing up on the back of rainbow sycamores? Like, what would that be like? I kind of visualize and picture everything as it builds out across the tableau, and for me, that's a lot of fun. Okay?
I am going to use my red action now. Because you didn't play any red cards. This is the only about of Take That I'm able to get at this moment. That makes me feel very good that I'm taking stuff away from you. That is 5 soil, and I get to draw 2 cards. And then I would get to take a red action. The only red action that I currently have is this one, which means I can compost 2 cards. The thing I dislike doing the most.
So the secondary action for me could be drawing up 2 soil or composting 2 cards from the top of the deck. I went ahead and composted 2 cards because those are victory points at the end of the game. And I also now get to take a red or rainbow action, and Wes did not know that my semi-arid location is going to go ahead and give me 2 growth. So I
forgot about that.
I'm going to top the little cap of my brown fungus.
And by doing so, he has now earned 4 points.
But I'll probably end up spending that eventually because it's really nice to have things.
I hope you do.
Oh, by the way, I should have paid attention to this. Ha, you're going to laugh at me. 3 points for every orthologically adjacent plant, herb, to this terrain type. So I played that there. I could have played it here, but I won't.
Cool. So end game.
That's an end game victory point score.
Yeah.
Do I even have any of those? The thing that make you feel a little bit better, West, is I have none of that type of herb anyway.
Oh,
so
good.
I wouldn't have been able to do it.
At this point, anyway.
But like this in the center of the board could score you 9 points from just being around.
It'd be crazy.
It's pretty nice. Is it my turn?
It is your
You
turn.
triggered all your abilities?
I unfortunately have.
Hey, thanks for watching. I don't want to interrupt the video too long, but if you've made it to this point, it means you're at least enjoying the show. So hit the subscribe button down below and let us know what else you'd like to see in this format. These past 2 a.m. are some of the most intensive videos we produce, and we'd like to continue doing them. We can only do it, like NPR says, with your support. Now, you did not put down any blue abilities, so I'm going to move over here to the blue ability zone since we are enjoying... I understand, but you don't have any blue abilities.
Very true.
I'm going to gain 2 soil, and I'm going to go ahead and place out 6 growth cubes, 6 little plant cubes, which aren't actually called growth cubes, but they are called plant cubes.
I am going to grab 2 soil as my version of that.
And then... this is not as good for me. That's okay, I'm keeping it, but my brown fungus would give me another growth and another plant if I happen to have literally any room left. Any at all. Any at all.
I am going to compost one thing here so I can get 1 more soil. My turn?
Your turn.
All right. Now I'm going to play cards. I need to play cards. I'm running low on cards. So my 2 cards that I'm going to play, hopefully if I've done my counting correctly here, yes, is going to be this amazing elephant grass, which cost me 6 soil, and it is going to go here, and then I'm going to play not enough. Dag nabbit. I really thought I had enough. I should have composted 2. Wouldn't you know it? I already screwed up. In fact, it's my second card I placed down. I totally forgot that on the board it says you have to have the same type of area, the land base, and to score the additional points at the end. I already messed it up. I'll have to do better. That's okay. I will now play this one, which cost me 5. This is hairy crabgrass, and that is also a cold, which will allow me to place 2 cubes. And that I will then draw 4 cards and choose 1, and I will place my 4 plants on.
Okay.
Or 2 plants.
I've already drawn my 1 card, but I'm going to go ahead and play a card down. This costs 3 soil, but because it is a wet location, it's only going to cost me 2. This is going to be a little agaric fungus. This bioluminescent fungus can be found in Asia. And it's going to have a little yellow ability on the bottom of it, which I'm not going to be able to utilize, but I will be able to utilize that 1 little growth mark there because I have a green ability that will trigger, giving me more growth.
Why did you take my card?
Oh, were those... They fell off the top of the deck, I think.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I just need to keep 1 of these. I keep this one. Ugh, that is giving away so many cards. It's so hard for me. Okay. All right, what action did you take?
I just went ahead and put this card down.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't taken an action. You've already resolved all your green?
I've resolved all my green.
What is the last action I want to do? You know, honestly... Oh, this is difficult. Because I want to do the final yellow action, but I can't make the most of it at the moment. I'm going to go do a play card action again, and I think you're about out of soil, which is kind of the perfect time to do this. So, my play card action, now remember, you could convert 3 to 1. Play card action is going to let me... This is actually not the best action for me either. Do I just go get soil? Do I delay by 1? Yeah, I'm going to go here to the red location. I'm going to delay by 1. I'm going to gain 5 soil. I'm going to go ahead and gain 2 compost. And I can go ahead and trigger my red ability, which is going to give me a growth. But sadly, I need more locations to do more growth. Oh man, I just got a rainbow eucalyptus card. And I'm not excited about the ability or the cost or any of that. But it's a rainbow eucalyptus. I am excited about that.
Okay, all of my red abilities allow me to compost cards, and I am low on cards. So I'm not going to use any of those abilities.
West, think about it.
I thought about it for a moment and decided, nay, sir.
Okay.
I shall not.
What
I'm
action are you
going to
taking?
actually draw some cards. I feel like that's important. So I'm going to take this yellow action over here.
Draw two or two,
three, four.
I'm fine with that. Let's get 2 more cards in my hand.
And then I'm going to do some growth here. I've got 2 growth. And I have this beautiful card over here that has a total of 6 that can give me 10 points.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Giant tall grass?
Giant tall elephant grass.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, elephants eat that to floss.
I've heard that they eat grass, that particular grass for flossing. Frankly, I don't know that anybody should floss. I'm just going to say that out loud. I had a very bad experience with flossing the other day.
Yeah. He removed a tooth.
Yeah.
Is it your turn?
That is my turn.
I just drew up cards. I could activate yellow and rainbow. I'm going to activate yellow. I'm going to remove a growth token to gain 3 more soil.
Ugh,
I know.
I need that card.
So, starting to trigger that.
Oh, I forgot. I can activate yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so draw another card, and get a growth.
Nice. So I have this little, like, composting generator now, which is just going to keep giving me soil. I'm hoping it works like that at least. Okay. I now have so much soil. I'm going to move back down here to the play a card action. And I want to get down some big honkers is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go ahead and play a rainbow eucalyptus for 6 total soil. And I think I want to play this down here. So 6 total. It's normally 7, but again, this is a wet region. And I want to go ahead and play, I think corn for a total of 3. This is going to give me a ton of growth, but I'm spending soil like a madman. We'll stick corn right here in the middle. And we're spending 3 soil to do that. First domesticated by humans approximately 10,000 years ago.
So I played this one as my 1 card played, which only cost me 2 soil, but it gave me 6.
Ooh.
So that was fantastic. It also is a cold area, so I will get to place 2 more plants.
Okay.
Very happy about that.
Okay.
And
Now I get to trigger green, which is going to give me a single growth location. And I think that's it.
I need to play some cards, so I'm going to take the green action. The problem is I'm a little low on soil. I have the option to trade in 3 cubes and I can get 2 soil, and that's not bad. But I'm going to go ahead and play this event card, which allows me to trade in 1
A lava
cube.
lake?
Yep, so it's a lava lake, so it's coming down and it's just destroying all the plants in its wake, or at least 1 plant in its wake, and then it's going to leave some beautiful nutrient-rich volcanic soil in behind. So I'm going to get rid of this 1 cube. I'm going to pick up 3 more soil, and then that goes in my event. But it did cost me 2 victory points to do that, but I think I need it because I want to play some decent cards here that will allow me to do more stuff in the future. If I've done this correctly, that would be 6, leaving me with 4. And I need to play that one. Okay, so this and this. Beautiful. So this uses all of mine.
Holy cow.
So I've got 6 out here, which is my Venus flytrap, which gives me both a blue and a red ability on it, which I really like. But unfortunately, it's all still composting.
Those are points at the end of the game.
They are points at the end of the game. And then for the last one here will be 4, and this red ability allows me to gain 2 soil and also compost something with a beautiful black thorn.
Nice.
All right, and that is, and then I do the green ability that I have, and I did place a cool climate, so I get to place 2 plants out. Very happy about the 2 plants. I guess I'll put that plant back, and now that hairy crabgrass already doubled in size, just like all the crabgrass in my lawn.
Yeah, seems about accurate. Now I get to play a card.
To draw 4.
I've already drawn a card, but I get to play a card based off of your ability. I'm going to put down the Florida Strangler. It grows into other trees and ultimately strangles them to death.
Gross. What a terrible plant.
Yeah, this is going to be 3 because once again, it's a water wet-based plant. I'm really using that to the best of my ability.
Love it.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
And
And I can activate a green location, which is going to go ahead and give me another growth point. Which, again, I do not mind at all. Okay.
Okay.
Is it my turn to lead the actions?
It is your turn to lead the actions.
I want the soils.
I want the soils too. I just spent all the soils. So many soils, I just spent Jesse.
How does Jesse get the soils? I'm going to go down here to the yellow action, West Todd.
That is not soils, that
Plus
is cards.
4 cards. No, soils, trust me.
No, I don't believe you. How? Some of these cards say that you need 16 soil. Like, I'm sitting here with 5. How am I supposed to get more soil? I need more soil, but I can't take the soil action because so does Jesse. And we all know I play take that element. So I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of playing the red card because then he'll get soil and then I'll have to get soil but I won't have the advantage of having more soil than him. I'm literally arguing about dirt.
West, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing when it comes to drawing soils.
Pretty sure, huh?
Ooh, 2 of these cards are compost immediately. They're going to flip in the back of my hand. And plus 2 growth, which I'm going to go ahead and use.
I'm going to
slowly inching my way up. Now, watch this. This is how I start getting the soils. My yellow ability is going to trigger here. -1 stump in order to gain 3 soil.
Mm-hmm.
Then, -1 soil in order to gain 3 stumps.
I see. I see how this is going to work.
It just grows into itself. It's lovely. This actually gets capped. I now have fully bloomed corn, West Todd. Then my rainbow ability, -1 soil. I didn't actually get much more soil.
Yeah.
I did get a lot more stumps, though.
You did get a lot more stumps. Not really happy. Jesse's plants are bigger than mine. I need more plants. He can't win the big plant battle. I'm going to win the big plant battle too. I did my 2 yellow abilities, which is some growth and drawing some additional cardage here.
All right. My strategy of the soil did not work, but stumps, wow, we're rich in it.
So rich.
All right. What are you triggering?
I need the soils because I have no soils, and I'm very frustrated that you didn't actually choose to get soils.
We're going to give me soils.
That was very frustrating.
Just 2 soils for both of us, West Todd.
You should have just taken the red action.
Ooh, red action's being taken. I'm, of course, going to go ahead and get 2 soils.
That is a take that element game that I really messed up, apparently.
And I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 stumps because of my semi-arid locations. And I'm going to spend 1 stump for 3 soil.
You know, that seems like a little bit of bragging.
And then, West, because my rainbow action, I'm going to spend 1 soil for 2 more stumps.
Really hate your face. Just so that you know.
But I really like the stumps.
Mm-hmm.
Look at my forest, West Todd.
It's ridiculous. Your forest is gross. All right, I need to compost 2 cards here, which is the hardest part of the game. I don't like the compost part. It's very ungood. And now I get...
For the red action? No, sir. You get to draw from the top of the deck and put those directly into your compost.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No decisions being made, my friend.
That's my favorite decision.
Compost.
Boom, done.
Yeah, 2 points.
So good.
Done.
All right, now I need to get the 2 more soils, which I already did, and then 1 more directly. No, that's not directly from the deck. That's from my hand. So that will then make that card go there, and then I've got 2 more that go from my hand into the
Are you
piles.
doing it in the right direction?
I have 3.
Top to bottom,
So
left to right.
Okay, so 1, 2, 5. I have to do these, or do
No.
Okay, I don't want to.
You don't do any of them?
I don't. Well, I don't know. Hold on. So I'll do 1.
Just get rid of the stuff you don't like, Wes. Just garbage.
I don't want. There's none of it is garbage.
Get rid of the garbage, Wes.
None of it's garbage. I really want to play that card. It's so good.
Like, you know when you see me on a Thursday and you're like,
wow, you're
I can't
hot garbage.
do this? Yeah, just get rid of that.
Okay, I got rid of the cards I don't like, but I love them, and it's very. I don't want to.
All right.
Okay, we're
Moving
good.
on?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a bit more soil. Do I don't have what I want to play cards, though. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to drop 4 more cards, activate all my yellow abilities, and gain 2 more stumps, and then trigger all yellow again.
I'm drawing 2 cards.
I feel
growth.
really fine about this. Look at that, and that's just going to be a cap on top of there. This one's going to keep climbing as well. Wes, this is amazing.
2 more
Yellow,
cards.
I'm going to spend a stump to go ahead and gain 3 soil. Then I'm going to spend 1 soil to gain 3 more stumps. Which I think is going to cap this one down here. I think this one's 1 too high as well. Yeah, 5. And then this one's going to have a cap. And then this one's going to have a cap.
That's a lot of growth.
And then spend its soil to gain 2 more growth. I don't need any more growth. I'm just going to hold on to my soil. All right, West.
Okay.
Look at my forest.
It's a little ridiculous.
It's 3 trees and a lot of mushrooms. Okay, I am going to try to spread as many plants across the board as I can. Every single one of them are points. And points, if you haven't heard, are kind of what this game is about. Let's hope it works like the wingspan strategy, where plants just kind of are like eggs. Get them all out there. Don't do anything else.
All right, I'm going to gain back one of the points that I lost by adding a growth here with my beautiful rainbow. Look, it's a rainbow. Now I'm going to play actual cards because I'm going to play cards going back to the green section. And I'm going to plant some cards that can give me stuffs, which just so few of them give me things. I want more things. Just all of my cards are the wrong colors.
I am so sorry.
I don't think you are. But here we go. Here we go. Okay. 3 are going to go into here with... Yeah, I didn't look at this properly. I have not been playing that well. Okay, that's okay. We're going to put that down. That costs 3. It's a beautiful card. And then we're going to play this one, which costs 2 soil. And it is going here. Yeah.
I was doing it the wrong way too, don't worry.
Okay.
The butterflies up there,
Uh-huh.
it's filled 2 rows.
Uh-huh.
I've been filling columns.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this one up here. I'm glad I got that done.
Because my thing here is columns with matching habitats, which doesn't quite match up with those butterflies that want rows.
Yeah. The good news is I did put down a winter, so I will go ahead and gain 2 more cubes. So that one is now full. And yeah, I get to draw 4 cards and then keep 1.
Okay.
Go for it.
You know, I'm really tempted to just sit here and draw more cards.
Uh-huh, I'm sure you are.
I don't have the cards that I want yet, West. That's the hard part. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to draw more cards.
You just want to draw more cards so you can make more growth. You're gonna run. You've run out of stuff for growth.
I've run out of growth. It doesn't help me. I need cards. I don't need canopies. Yellow action it is. I've got to double down on this. I need to find some stuff to actually play and help build out my tableau more. I've got a lot of actions.
Okay, so you did another yellow action.
Yeah.
And
there we go. That'll help.
That means I gain 2 cards from the yellow action.
You're
plus
hot garbage.
A stump. And then I get either 2 more cards or 2 more growth.
Yeah, I got no growth here. I mean, I can actually get rid of a growth to gain 3. I might as well just do that. I'll take the top off of this to gain 3 soil. And I'm not even going to pay a growth to get it back, because I'm going to be able to get it back oh so easily.
Okay, so these 2 can go over here.
Man, I've got some stuff that would have been really cool to have at the beginning of the game.
Look how tall mine is. Mine's bigger than yours.
Is that a 6?
It's a 6.
I've got a 5 over here.
Yeah, that seems like you're trying really hard.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. I still needs the soils. You've got plenty of soil, so it doesn't matter if I take a red action. So, I'm taking a red action.
Ooh.
5 soils.
Double compost. Right from the deck.
Plus the deuce.
Right into my bucket.
Okay. And then I don't want to do that, so I'm going to... Ooh, I'm not going to do that. I can compost a card to gain... Oh, see, so many of the compost.
I gained 3 soil from going down the math here, losing a growth for the soil.
Compost for 2 cards.
Oh, and I can actually do this at the end, so lose a growth, and then gain 2 growth after I got the soil. So technically that's capped again.
I'm so happy for you.
You're welcome, Weston.
Gain 2 soil and 1 composted card. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Can you read that woodpecker up there, Westod?
Yes, that would be 7 plants, each with +1 growth.
Okay. Could you please count the number of plants you have?
I currently have not more than 7.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I have +1 growth.
Well, you need to get growth on these 2. And you will have completed that.
One more time?
You need to get a growth on each of these.
Oh, I see what you're
These
saying.
have available slots. See, this
Right.
specifies that you don't... One of these specifies you don't need cubes.
Sure.
You see?
Yes, I definitely have the 7s. I have 8.
Yeah.
7 technically, yes.
Yeah,
7 plants, and then I just need some more growth.
Just pointing it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can sweep in and actually take it from you. Moments
That would be
before you
very rude.
actually score it. So I'm going to be a good guy and point out to West that he actually has some objectives he can meet. I don't want to, though, because I'm also really close to completing them, and if he doesn't pay attention to them, there's a chance I don't miss out on that 15-point cap.
Okay, Jesse reminded me that I actually am almost at the point where I can score some points, which is really nice of him. I'm not sure what he wants. Maybe there's something going to happen later. But it was nice of him to remind me that I could score points. I'm still going to beat him, but that was kind of a nice thing. I'm still going to win.
I'm going to move over here and plant some cards for the first time in a little while.
Fantastic.
I'm going to plant down some ginger. Ginger's lovely. It's going to cost me 1.
So, question for you. If
Yep.
I plant something and instantly get my growth, do I get that point first?
We could score it at the same time.
Fantastic, because I'm going to do that right now. That gives me 7 growth.
Whoa! What a sunny hillside.
I know, amazing, right?
All right, well, I don't think I'm going to do it, sadly. I'm going to be 1 short, I think. But I'm also going to plant down Ram's Head here. That's going to cost me 2. It's another wet area. Really, really looking for those wet, soggy, sappy areas. And then because I did a green ability, I will get the 1 green ability card from the pasture up there, which lets me put down a single point of growth. But it is not enough to beat West Todd to the punch.
So as a little take that element. I like it.
You got it.
I like it.
All right.
15 points.
Yeah, you're up there with the birds. Don't worry. Oh no. So he's got 1 of them. I think he's actually going to get at least 2 of them. And that is really painful for me, because one of the ways that you can actually secure victory in this game is by closing off a higher number of those core objectives than your opponent. I mean, 10, 11 points, that's nothing to sneeze at. It's a lot tighter than you'd assume.
So what we're saying is I scored the first bird.
No, because I just scored the duck. 7 cards with 2 or less habitats on them.
Yep.
Nice. And then those lovely butterflies we're definitely racing towards.
Yep.
And then those big, glorious puffins were staring
that's true. I should've
longingly
put that
at.
there.
You can put it there if you want.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
Staring longingly at. Okay.
And I do have to give my green ability, and since I did play a card that is the cold climate, I will get 2 additional cubes. Boop. Okay.
All right, your turn.
Now, I am also going to play 2 cards. And in playing 2 cards, I will do... This is 3 of the soils.
Okay, I can play down 1 card. I don't really want to play a card, though. That's the funny thing.
And that scores me
the
butterfly.
I don't want to play a milk cat. Oh, I should have drawn 4 and kept 1 on that action.
Go ahead.
I need to go ahead and do that because that would actually change this for me. Yeah, I would have kept... I think I would have kept this. These all get discarded. Then I get to draw 1 because of your action. That's a trash card. Get out of here. But I will get to go ahead and play down a lovely avocado tree, West Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Very lovely, very avocado-based tree. I have arguably way too many canopy actions on the board. I wasn't even paying attention to it as I built them out. I was looking for cards that, well, were wetlands. Every card I've played so far has been a wetland. But the fact that I can just generate so much canopy and I don't really have anywhere to use it, those are missed victory points and missed opportunities, and I think that might come back to bite me. And that's going to cost a total of 5 soil for me.
I still get to play one more card. I'm very frustrated in the point scorage.
And I'm right behind you here on the lovely woodpeckers.
Okay. I'm going to play this is my final card, which gives me +3 cubes on any of the 8 adjacent spaces.
Oh.
And this is a green card with that, so I get 2 more cubes. And then I don't have any other green cards.
Okay. I need to start composting some stuff out of my hand. Got a lot of, like half my hand is flipped with just hot garbage.
I see that. I'm also going to play Low Tide, which means I compost 4 cards, I'm assuming from my hand, yeah? And then put them, they get 3 soil for that.
No, that's -4 compost cards.
Oh, fan, even better.
Those are
1,
points,
2,
though.
3, 4. That's, I don't care. I need soil.
Okay. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a blue action for all those out there that have been eagerly awaiting me to take a aggressive
blue action? A real blue action? Seriously?
Yeah. So 2 soil, 6 little cubes. Not for you, only 2 for you.
I'm taking 2 soils, and then I'm going to do all of these 3 blue actions I have.
So let me get these down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get rid of 2 more cards.
5, 6, and now blue actions for me. 1 growth and 1 cube. So I'll just set this off to the side. Then moving down here, +1 cube. Lovely. And then -2 soil for +4 cubes. So another total of 6 cubes mixed in here. And then the wild, -1 soil for 2 more growth. I will do that as well. All right, Wes, what are you doing? Have you resolved yours?
Yep, I resolved mine. Okay, I am going to go ahead and do this absolutely beautiful green action again, since I have, oh wait, no, I want to get, I'm going to pull some more cards. I'm going to do the yellow action, so I can get 4 cards and get 2 growth. And still, not what I wanted. Okay.
Doing a yellow action?
Doing a yellow action, yes.
I think I want 2 more cards on that action. Oh, yes, perfect.
Okay. And then...
Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. This has just changed everything, West Todd.
Did it?
Transformed. Oh, I love that card. Oh, that card's so cool. Oh, I just got an amazing card. I have had so many useless cards in my hand the entire duration of this game, and I just got a card that's going to let me score for all of them. Just you wait and see. This could close it. This could be endgame. I just now need to figure out how to have enough soil to get it played. So excited about it.
1 and 2. Okay.
My turn?
It is your turn.
That card that I was so excited about, West,
Mm-hmm.
also really expensive. We're going to go take a red action to get some soil. And then I'll play it next time. So 5 soil, 2 compost down here into the deck.
Okay.
And 3 compost from my hand. -1 tree in order to gain 3 more soil. -1 soil to gain 2 growth. I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm not going to do that. Oh, and +2 growth with this side thing, so I actually didn't need that anyway. Alright, you resolved your red?
No, I'm resolving them currently.
You tell me, West, when it's time to go.
Alright, now it is my turn. Ooh, the real question is...
You got a lot of stuff over there on your tableau, man.
Oh no.
I just want to point that out to you. You might be overdoing it as a first-time player.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah.
I find it hard to, be slow, like some people.
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have now hit this as well.
You hit the duck?
I hit the duck.
Quack.
I have 8 currently. Okay, so now it's a matter of trying to get that one. All right. How much soil do I have here? I have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yowzers. Okay, I'm going to play all 12 of these soils.
With what action?
With, the yellow action, or green action.
Green action.
Green action. So this gives me the Savannah, which gives me 2 points for every yellow one player, whatever, in any one player's field.
Yeah, so you'd score 2 points for every yellow in my field.
Yes, which so far is
6 points.
6 points. That's
I'm not playing any more yellow, though.
pretty blessed.
I spent so long doing yellow actions to gain cards. I now have a lot of cards in my hand, and West is ahead of me on the tableau. I really should have kept pace a little bit better because I'm going to be a few cards short when he actually closes out the game. That can be pretty detrimental since a lot of my objectives are actually looking at having a high profile of cards on your tableau.
And then it also counts as a 0. And then I'm going to use the last 2 that I have off this to play this one, which allows me to draw 2 cards.
I believe this card specifies that 0 counts as even. Oh,
sure does. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's only 9.
Oh,
Are you kidding? It's only 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No!
I'm
Okay.
sitting at 8, so if I could pull this off, that'd be
It's only
amazing.
9. Dang it.
I don't think I
one
can
short.
pull it off, though. I am going to go ahead and draw a card because of
Yep.
your ability.
I get to draw 4. And I do get to place 2 cubes due to my ability.
I'm going to go ahead and place down a lovely lobster mushroom for 2 soil. Oh, great. What am I going to do about this? Oh, this is easy.
Getting rid of these.
Easy. Don't worry, West. I've got this.
Yeah.
My turn?
Unfortunately, it is your turn.
Oh, and I get to put a growth on there because of my green ability. I'm taking a green action as well, West Todd.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
There we go. I just got the points.
Darn it. Minor green action is going to allow me to play down 2 cards, but first I'm going to start by converting 3 of my little plants to 2 soil.
Okay.
That is going to give me, I believe, the resources that I need. I am playing down a Japanese boxwood.
Very nice.
Yeah, actually very nice. And it's going to cost me 1 less because it's a water location. And West card, read this card. This is the card that I was so incredibly excited about. It's going to cost me 12.
Oh, because you have 1 less on your dumb thing,
Yep.
right? Okay. This says 2 points per card in your hand, max 30. Wow, that's a lot.
So Blooming Land is just going to stick
That
right
is a
down
lot
here.
of points. Holy cow.
It's very nice, West.
Whew. All right. Jesse just put down that silly card that gives him like 30 points. I may have scored 1 extra thing than he did, but that's still, that's not enough of a buffer. I'm really concerned that he's going to have way more points than me, especially since I didn't take advantage of getting rid of all those composted cards in my hand. Ugh, it's really frustrating.
Blooming Land! What did I say? 30 victory points, and that's the cap, but I'm good with that. That is a big chunk of victory points. And considering West is going to close the game state, I might need them. Very happy about that. That is also, I believe... Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have.
Both of the cards you played were
They're not the type you needed, West Todd.
I see.
But
well,
I was
I think you just got a whole bunch of points, so it's totally fine.
West Todd.
I'm pretty sure you got a bunch of points right
shut
there.
your mouth.
All right, I need soil very badly, but so do you, and that is problematic.
I've completed 2. I already marked the 2 rows. Mm-hmm. What have I not marked up here?
The butterfly.
Yeah.
You got that one.
Okay, I just got that one.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm behind you on each one of those.
You are, yeah. I've scored them.
Okay, your turn.
I need soil, but I don't want to give you soil so that you can do more things.
Have you thought maybe about, I don't know, giving me soil so that I could do more things? I need to draw 4 cards and keep 1, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I need to close this game out now so you can stop drawing cards. I'm going to play a blue action because it gives me 2 soil, and you could technically take 2 soil, but I don't think 2 soil is that big of a deal. The other thing it does is allows me to get 6 cubes down. And I have some blue actions that will allow me to do other stuff. So, 6 cubes it is. Okay. And then, thanks. And then blue actions. I've got 1 here so I can
do the math, West Todd.
Do the math it is.
You can always convert soil.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to put 1 away. I'm never going to get to that, so I'm going to get rid of that card, and then I will get a soil. Great. And then, these are still points at the end of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get rid of those because the game's about to be over.
You do the soil action?
No, I did the blue action.
You did the blue action. All right, yeah. I haven't followed along with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take soil. And I'm going to start doing my actions, but I'll be quiet while you do yours, while you finish yours up.
Sounds good.
I know you struggle a lot. Though.
So hard with the actions. So many thinkings. Okay. There. Put those 2 away. And then I can take 2 out of here. And then that gives me 2 soils and 1 cube. Yes. Yes, more soil. 3 cubes on any adjacent plant. Oh, it has to be adjacent? Good thing I've got adjacent. Boop, boop. Excellent. And that's all of my blue actions.
I'm going to take a yellow action because I need cards.
Yeah.
1.
That is sick.
2.
That's
3.
Ridiculous amount of points.
4. And maximum 30. I actually already have 30. I need cards so I can play cards, though.
That's good.
That's going to pop down there. Then I'm going to be taking my yellow actions. -1 for 3 soil. We're absolutely going to follow through with that. -1 for 3 growth, we're not going to do. -1 cube for 2 growth, we're not going to do. -1 soil for 2 growth, we're not going to do. So sadly, I'm not actually using many of my actions, but I did just draw in to some stuff that I'm happy to have. Oh, I wish I had this earlier. Man, that's nice. All right, West Todd.
I'm doing my yellow action. Sorry, I've got quite a few.
Your turn.
Okay.
The whole world is waiting on you, West Todd.
Taking those, so I will get rid of those 2.
They wait for you.
And that's all of my yellow actions. Okay. Now, I need to close this game out. I have 5 points.
Do it, West Todd.
And I can put down stuff worth 5 points.
Have you thought about not doing the closing of the game, West Todd?
Oh yeah, I've definitely thought about it.
Think more about it and do your better judgments.
Negative.
West Todd. Don't close the game.
I'm 100% closing the game.
No, don't close the game.
This is a question of which one I'm going to do to close.
Don't close the game, Westard.
There we go. Closing
No!
the game. 5 points.
Don't do it!
That's all I needed. Go and take into green action.
I just got the rubber tree.
Playing both of those cards down right there. One of those was a cold area. Ba-bump. I didn't have a single green action in my entire thing.
You're a bad man, West.
Green actions must be just this one up here.
They're not super common.
Yeah. I see that.
If they exist, they're not.
I have one in my hand that's a green action.
Yeah.
And
you really...
Technically, I get to draw 4, and then... So I could potentially find an event that is free. Ooh, like this one. Is growth count more?
No, where's the point?
Yes, growth is better. So I'm going to get rid of 1, 2, 3,
I mean, I'm going to start dumping my events too, for the record.
and then
Cold front, just going to be 2 compost. I'm in for that.
2,
Just freeze some stuff.
3.
Drop a card. Growth 4. I want to get rid of 2 for 4. Yeah, tropical storm. We're gonna rip this tree down. We're gonna make it go sideways.
Mm-hmm.
What other things do I have here? -3. No. All right.
Yeah, the rest of my cards are not worth doing.
I'm gonna grab a pen
Uh-oh.
and I'm gonna grab a notebook.
Uh-oh.
And I know,
So much maths.
with so much math.
So much maths. Maths is not my specialty.
I'll do the maths. You
I
do
just
the-
like scoring points. My favorite point scoring.
Would you like to write the maths or do the maths?
Oh, let's write the maths.
You want to write the maths?
I will 100% write the maths.
Okay.
Okay. All right, what do we score first?
So this is one of my favorite parts of the game
Uh-huh.
because it's just fun.
So I'm going to write West and
Yep.
then loser.
Okay.
Or, sorry, Jesse.
Add the base value of all of your plants and your starting things.
Oh.
So that's just this little thing here.
Okay.
So 2, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 27,
7.
31, 32, 34.
Okay.
And you are sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 30, 34 plus the top up there.
34, 36, 38.
Oh.
So, got you by 4 so far.
Add the base value from cards in your event space. This could be a negative value.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 0 from me.
I have -1.
You got a plus in there?
Yeah, there's a +1 right there.
What?
Yep.
The rainbow's beautiful.
Isn't it?
I thought you had way less than that in there. Add 1 VP per card in your compost pile.
Okay.
$16.
Ah, only 10 for me.
Yes. Add 1 VP per plant cube on your tableau. Whoa, let's see where this is for both of us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25.
31.
Oh, that's
This
gonna
is
eat.
going to be so close.
Okay. Add 1 victory point per growth piece in your tableau unless the canopy has been completed, in which case score the canopy value. All my canopies are completed, so I'm going to be scoring the inner value of that. So that's 4, 5, 11, 14, 14, 17, 23, 32, and 39.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot.
That is a good chunk, although you've got that honker up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how much on his own?
He's worth 10 on his
That's
own.
good. That's already... All right.
Sorry, I can't. My hands. Yeah.
So the nice thing, in the actual finished version, these lock into each other.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Isn't that neat?
All right, so that is 16. That's 20. 25. 27. 31, 35, 39, 40.
40.
Gotcha by a point.
Add the VP from leaf tokens placed on the flora and fauna board. So, you're going to pull... you were behind me on 2?
No, I'm yellow.
Oh, you're yellow. Confusing. Yeah. You're going to pull 30, 45. No, and the last one there is going to put you at 56.
56. Whew.
And I never completed the even one, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. You're 56. I'm going to be sitting at 22, 37. That's a big...
That is the killer.
Well, we'll see.
But you still have those extra bonus points still.
Add VP from any ecosystem objectives that were fulfilled. So, now we're going to be going through our extra stuff, right? So, let's pull this one down. 5 points per row with 4 cards all of the same type.
So the question is, do they just have to have the same type in them, or it's literally just...
No. So you see this?
Right.
You need rows, which I totally missed here. I should have had that.
Yeah.
I get nothing for that.
I don't get anything.
I didn't even think about this one.
I thought about it once, and then I was like, oh, I screwed it up.
You get 7 more points for closing the tableau.
Yes. Forgot that one.
Okay.
9
points per wild cards in your tableau. I was looking for wild cards. Mm-hmm. I only found that 1.
Yeah,
And in some games, I find a lot more.
Yeah, so you got how many points?
None.
Oh, because you had to have 2.
You had to have 2 of them. Now, my personal scoring objective, 5 points per column of 4 cards sharing at least 1 common habitat.
Okay.
Both of these will count. That'll be 10 points for me.
Okay.
And then I maxed out the Blooming Land, so 40 additional points coming over here to me. And then looking around here for any more brown abilities, this one is not ornithologically adjacent, sadly. So that's going to be the maximum of my points.
Okay, so I didn't score either of those. I have this one here, which is 5 points for 2 cards, each with 4 cubes on them. So I have 1, 2, 3,
10. 2, 5, 2,
yep.
10.
So 10 points.
Any onboard scoring?
So then I have these. Oh, I should have. That doesn't matter. I didn't play any afterwards. This
2 points.
2 points for every
yellow. You get 6 from me. No, you get 8 from me. Could I have played something else down? I could have. I'm an idiot.
8 there, and then that's it.
All right. Oh man, I just saw the final math on this.
It's so close too, because you scored 40 points at the end, which is huge. Yeah. Huge.
Yeah.
I only scored 18 points at the end there. But that meant because I had all those extra points.
Tell me the numbers, West Todd.
And because of that 7 points right there.
Tell me the numbers, West Todd.
You had 193, I had 199.
I cannot believe I just lost. First off, it's a shame to me and whatever future children I might have. Second off, the fact that I lost to West Todd the Flamingo is maybe one of the more offensive things I've ever experienced in my life. And you might be asking yourself the question, have you ever lost to him before? No, not without at least giving him the victory. And then I don't feel as morally bad because, you know, the guy needs a break every now and then. But I thought I had this. I really did. And I didn't.
I think what we have proved today is that while ducks may be more voluminous in nature, there may be a few additional varieties of duck, a true flamingo manages to make the best of every situation and come out on top. Say nothing about the fact that they are significantly taller than varieties of ducks. They have a more elegant stance, a more proud walk. Frankly, a just nicer demeanor. And they sound better, smell better, look better. I mean, just all around better. I think Earth proved it. I mean, it's obvious. I won. I mean, it's great. It was way closer than when they want it.
So with how open and just generous this game is.
Oh yeah.
How cool is it that we're like
that close,
clenched as well?
Yeah.
Do you see? And now you go back and you play again, or you play
100%.
solo mode.
Yeah.
And you have this puzzle where now everything starts clicking even more and mattering even more.
Yep.
But the first game, like one of the biggest selling points for this is the first game you play. It's just kind of fun.
It's very fun.
You're just grabbing and throwing things down.
Yep.
And now when we play again, the game transforms from something that was like a loosey-goosey fun to this crunchy mastermind of like a get every point you can because it's going to be a close, tight game.
Yeah, and like in, not to compare this to other games that are out there, but I think a good comparison in that vein would being Wingspan, where you're playing cards down, you're making a tableau, you're getting the engine kind of going in that regard. It's a little bit different, obviously, but a lot of times when you're playing cards that just give you single value, like you get that one value that one time and that's it, you get a lot of times it's really nasty in Wingspan. Like you lose a lot of potential values of points. Here, every single time I did that, it made the difference in the game for me.
Generous.
Yeah, it was huge.
So in a lot of ways, this is a gracious version of like terraforming Mars. Right? You've got a lot of hand and card play. You've got tableau building in front of you. You've got resource management. But that's where the comparisons really start to stop. It's not highly competitive. You're not fighting for the same space on the board. Instead, you're sitting here and you're just having fun and playing through and getting so much given back to you. And that's one of the things that makes Earth stand out to me. It just feels good to play. It's a constant pathway of fun. So let me ask you this. First off, not your type of game. But 2 days ago, it's not like you want to take that.
There's not enough take that.
I want a little expansion pack that just makes these attack the other person.
Yes.
Right? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I also really like the one that gave me points off of your thing. Like that made me feel really good.
Yeah. So a little bit more interaction.
Yeah.
But again, they might have modules, they might have expansions. Yeah. They sold this to 10,000 people.
That's insane.
They did not expect the Kickstarter to blow up to that degree.
Yeah.
It was a really, really successful Kickstarter. Super happy for them. And in the PM, I believe they've closed way higher as well.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, looking at this and thinking through the fact that 2 days ago I went on camera and I told people a year from now, once this had arrived, they would be disappointed if they were not involved in this. If this seems like their game, they would be missing out. 100%. You'd never played it at that point.
I've never played it.
What do you think? Am I right?
I love this game.
Do you stand by
100%,
my statements?
You stand by that statement because this game was great.
It's just fun. It's just
It's
greedy.
a great game.
It's just greedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's very intuitive.
I'm sitting here, and all I want to do is start from zero again because I lost. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a great game. Really enjoyed it.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
Whatever the case.
We're going to sign off, I think.
I did. I started it, and you didn't finish
Whatever you
do. Get out and do the important thing.
Remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games. We'll see you next time.
Why am I so bad at that?
Thank you.
Is it because you just don't go through the whole thing? I feel like you should, just start it, and then you should just go, instead of all the stopping and starting stuff. I don't know. Can I eat my Skittles now? I want to eat Skittles. They're really good Skittles. We're going to try them. They're really good.